Welcome to Baz Travels. If you value these 8K immersive tours, please subscribe and like the video. It only takes a few seconds. Your support is the only way I can keep this channel going and continue bringing you these high quality experiences. Thank you for being here. The eastern stretch of Savannah's riverfront is a place where the city's industrial skeleton is most visible. Walking along East River Street, your path is defined by the steel tram lines embedded deep within the cobblestones. These tracks are the literal veins of a bygone era, a time when the rhythmic clatter of rail cars was the heartbeat of the port. Before the era of massive semi-trucks, these rails were the essential link between the deep-water ships and the inland warehouses, carrying the wealth of the South to the rest of the world. Even today they serve as a guide, pulling you away from the dense clutter of shops and into the wider, more open perspective of the Savannah River. As you move towards Morrell Park, the city's skyline begins to soften, and the river takes center stage. This part of the walk feels like a transition into a more contemplative space. The Savannah River is a powerful tidal force, and here you can truly appreciate the engineering required to maintain one of the busiest ports on the Atlantic coast. The massive container ships that glide past today are modern marvels, but they follow the same currents that colonial explorers navigated nearly 300 years ago. It is a constant reminder that Savannah has always been a city looking outward towards the horizon. Reaching Morrell Park, you find a sanctuary of memory. This park is unique because it is the only one in Savannah that actually sits right on the river's edge. It is home to some of the city's most poignant tributes, most notably the statue of the Waving Girl, Florence Martis. For 44 years between 1887 and 1931, Florence greeted every ship that entered the Savannah port by waving a cloth during the day and a lantern at night. She became a symbol of the city's hospitality and a legendary figure to sailors across the globe. Her presence here in the park immortalizes the deep personal connection between the people of Savannah and the strangers who arrive by sea. But Morrell Park also holds a more somber significance as the site of the Olympic cauldron lit during the 1996 yachting events. It serves as a marker of Savannah's place on the world stage, a moment when the eyes of the globe were fixed on these very waters. Standing here, you're at the eastern anchor of the historic riverfront, a place where the industrial history of the rails meet the human stories of the shore. Turning around to head back towards the River Street Marketplace, the view shifts. You see the wall of factors from the new angle, a fortress of brick and stone rising up the bluff. The return walk allows you to appreciate the sheer scale of the 19th century ambition that built this city. You aren't just walking past buildings, you're walking past a monument to human persistence. The air here is often filled with the scent of the marshes and the salty tang of the Atlantic, a sensory bridge to the wild Georgia coast just a few miles downstream. This section of East River Street is where the city feels most expansive. The combination of open water, the historic tracks, and the green respite of the park creates a rhythm that is unique to Savannah. It is a place to breathe, to reflect on the millions of tons of cargo, and the countless souls that have moved through this corridor. As you approach the marketplace, the energy begins to build again, but the sense of peace found at the edge of the river stays with you. This is the pulse of the port, vast, storied, and forever moving.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.